We started off the day by cleaning up the mess that I left yesterday. That's why if you have time, you should definitely go ahead and just clean up the mess when you can. Don't put it off for a later time. I still needed to take off the rest of those furring strips, and then I needed to haul all the stuff that was inside that room out into the dumpster. Another objective for the day is to get the plasters off the walls in the bedrooms. We want to take all the plaster and the lath off the outside walls so we can put insulation in, and on the inside walls we're taking just the plaster off and not the lath. We got everything hauled out to the dumpster and I got all the furring strips down. The next step is going to be to start removing the plaster so that we can insulate the outside walls and then cover the walls with sheetrock. Because we wanted to preserve the lath on the inside walls, that way we could secure the sheetrock to it, it was a little longer to get the plaster off here. One way is you could go straight down like this, which takes the plaster out of the joints, out of the crevices right there. Another way, faster way, is to go from side to side, but then it leaves it in the crevices. So it was kind of a hit or miss thing on how you did it. What is one way you found effective for taking out the plaster? You can see by looking at this where I went side to side and where I went up and down. This house was built in around 1914. That means that is an over 100-year-old knot of wood we just knocked out. The inner wall is going super slowly, but look how cool this fireplace looks. These bricks are probably over 100 years old if they're as old as the house, and look how cool they are. That's what it looks like underneath the plaster. They did fill in the fireplace, so that's not savable, but it is still pretty cool. The kids have also started tearing down the outside walls portion, and they've just kind of went the demo method, which is slamming into it and pulling off the lath and plaster. They found that to be really fun. Look at the other fireplace in the other bedroom. That's a lighter color. It's really pretty. Again, it's not savable, but these bricks are a really pretty color. They also filled this one in as well. One thing I wanted to do when starting with the plaster was to use the bucket method, where you put the plaster in the buckets and you take it out to the dumpster that way instead of making a giant mess. I have worked with lath and plaster before, and it is really messy and very dusty. I wanted to avoid that, but this plaster was actually really difficult to get off, especially on the inside walls where I was trying to preserve the lath. The outside was pretty easy to get off. That's it before we were leaving, as you can see, and then we did the underneath the house a little bit.